My wife and I raised her sister who still lives with us, and we have 3 foster children. When we started fostering, we made it very clear to the agency that we are a non-religious home. We are not willing to facilitate any religious practices, nor do we allow any religious items in the house. At the time, they were glad to have anyone taking older children, and there were many children that were stoked to be in a religion-free household, so there were no issues. While I realize that makes us look like those kinds of atheists, this isn't because we want to be special or edgy. My wife and I both have severe religious trauma. I don't mean that in a my parents took me to church and it was boring way, but in an I had episodes that ended with me in the psych ward as a teenager way. I was diagnosed with a panic disorder and later CPTSD. Part of my mental health treatment is avoiding exposure as much as possible. My wife had never ended up hospitalized over her trauma, but she has also had professional help who advised her to have similar limits. We got a call a few weeks ago for what would be child number 4. Thing is, that child is a devout Christian. We told the caseworker that we can't take her due to our policy. She begged us to because they can't find homes and said that the girls' church would even bus her to services so we wouldn't have to do anything, which is a hard no. Not can any church, especially an SBC church, have our home address, let alone park themselves here multiple times a week. Not to mention that they would never leave the rest of us alone. Our other children don't deserve to deal with that, and neither do we. Now she's started threatening to remove our current fosters because we're violating freedom of religion by not taking this child. My wife thinks maybe we should take her to keep the other kids, but I don't think so. Our kids came to our house because they needed a safe space from these kinds of people and ideas. This is not acceptable. I have a hard time believing they'd want to have to suddenly find a new place for 3 more kids when they have such a problem placing just one already anyway. I'm willing to take the gamble. Let's see what they are saying in the comments section. LBC wrote, "Not the a-hole. And I recommend that you contact someone higher up at the agency about the pressure this caseworker is putting on you. You're right, foster homes for older kids are desperately needed, but you can still refuse a placement for any reason." Huntress of the Moon commented, "Freedom of religion means a person may practice any religion or no religion as they chose, provided that it doesn't trample on the religious freedoms of others or otherwise break the law. What they're asking is that your freedom to not practice be subordinated to a child's freedom to practice in your own home. This is forcing religious trappings on you, not protecting the child's rights." Not the a-hole. I fully agree with both comments. I think you should refuse, for your mental health. Had a relative diagnosticated with the same thing, he has seizures when seeing crosses, it's terrifying. Comment if you have any stories, and give your opinion. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, consider clicking on the like button. It doesn't cost you anything, and helps support the channel. Comment whatever is in your mind. I love seeing your points of view. I wish you all the best. Love.